It's like fucking hot today. What is it like?
81.
How hot is it? Shit. It's 81 today.
And after this, I was going to go and like do my gardening.
You're gardening? What gardening? You have a garden?
Wait, did I tell you? I got a garden plot.
Oh, you did get one?
Yeah, I'm off the wait list.
That was not a very long wait list.
When did I sign up?
Well, actually, that's probably a better question. Like, when did you sign up? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I signed up a while ago, though. Wasn't it like beginning of the year? Yeah.
Maybe. I thought we talked about it like not that long ago.
Yeah, I was like, okay, maybe I can do half of a cutting garden and half of a vegetable garden, which I just found out what a cutting garden is essentially.
I was literally about to ask you, yeah.
Garden just so you can like cut the flowers to use in bouquets.
Oh.
House with flowers. Instead of going to Trader Joe's and buying a bouquet, maybe I can just make my own.
You say bouquet?
Bouquet. Bouquet.
Say it again?
Bouquet. Wait,
okay.
now I'm having second thoughts.
What?
A bouquet. Bouquet? Bouquet?
I say bouquet.
Bucky? No.
Oh, no, Buc-ee's is definitely a gas station in like Texas, so.
Bouquet. Bouquet.
Hey everybody, I'm Zoe.
And I'm Chandi.
And this is Bound by the Cloak.
Minisode 5.
I always wonder about the future of DVDs because obviously, Netflix is phasing out their DVD service. There's still Redbox machines outside of like grocery stores or convenience stores, and you can still get them online, but how many people actually really still watch them?
I mean, according to you, a lot, but I guess we also tend to hang out with people who have similar interests and hobbies. I personally, you're the only one who I know.
I don't know anybody who is that into who is as into DVDs as I am. I don't know if you heard about Netflix no longer having their DVD service. So like they're going to stop that, I believe, at the end of September.
What does that mean? What do you mean DVD service?
Netflix. You can get DVDs sent to you and watch them and then return them.
No, I didn't know that. It's a streaming service. Okay, who still gets DVDs?
What? What do you mean who still gets DVDs? I have a whole collection of like 1,000 DVDs, which is not that big of a collection because you can definitely go on YouTube and see people who have like 10,000. They have like a room in their house dedicated to their DVD collection.
I mean, it makes sense why I don't have DVDs, especially since I don't have a DVD player. So what is that? Is it like a hobby for you or what?
What, collecting DVDs?
Yeah, because I mean, how many people do you know that actually watch DVDs?
I grew up in a time when, you went to the video store and got VHS tapes to watch, right? Like we would have a Palmer Video here. And then when Blockbuster came to town, then we went to Blockbuster. But it was like a thing. Like you'd go rent a couple of movies for the week or weekend, whatever, and then go return them. To me, that's like, it's like a ritual. And so like I used to watch a lot of DVDs and movies like with my mother. And then when my niece was little, we would watch movies like all together. And I mean, just as a family, like even beyond, my mother and my niece, like the whole family, like especially like on holidays when most people would go home, we're like, all right, well, it's only a few of us left. Let's like just watch a movie. So we would do that. Like, or it might be a holiday where we had the whole entire family watching a movie. Like watching films is like a big thing for me. And I like physical media. Having a DVD, I like the physical media. I would like to be able to watch something whenever I want. Sometimes you just feel like watching a particular movie or a particular kind of movie or show or something, because I have shows too, especially shows that you can't just see whenever you want, right? Charmed is no longer on Netflix, so I bought the whole box set of every single season of Charmed. I have every episode of The Office. I have a bunch of shows, from when I was a kid. Dinosaurs. I have Hey Dude, right? Like I have a bunch of shows. Also like nostalgia, you just want to watch it.
Say House is on Fire. What is the one DVD that you are taking with you?
Well, they're all coming with me.
You have to choose one.
That's actually a really tough question and a hard decision because it's like, do I go with one that is like significant to my life? Do I go with one because it's out of print?
The fire. You forgot about that? It's happening.
Either I go down with the ship and I go down, like, meaning I don't leave because none of my DVDs are leaving, or they're all coming with me. But okay, if I really had to pick one, it's the Blu-ray of the original Suspiria. It's not out of print. It's not hard to find. It's just that it's a beautifully done Blu-ray. Like, it's that film is how Blu-ray was supposed to be done. It's amazing. Like, it makes the film so much more clear and understandable to watch. Not that the original isn't. It's just it's magnificent. But I'm trying to think of, like, if there's one in particular that's like out of print that I have that I would snatch and bring with me. That's a tough one. Back to, like, the whole Netflix thing. It was started out that way. So basically, instead of going to Blockbuster or Palmer or Hollywood Video, they were like, well, okay, you don't have to come to the store. Just select which movies you want on our website and we'll send them to you. Have a list. And then we'll keep sending you ones from your list as you return previous ones that you got sent. Let's say I wanted, like, Top Gun, Turner and Hooch, and Titanic. They would send me those on the list. And then I would also, like, continue adding to the list. So then when I returned those, they'd just send me the next ones on the list. And then it would just kind of keep going that way. And it would, like, arrive in the mail, like, in a couple of days, like this, like, pouch with the disc in it. And it was cool, right? And that's kind of also, that became a lot easier to do than going to the store and then, like, looking, right? Because this time, like, you're looking, but you're looking online. Saying, like, oh, I want that one. That one sounds kind of good. It took away from going into, like, Blockbuster and actually, like, browsing, right? So you're no longer just browsing through aisles and looking at what's new or sometimes even what's older, right? You just go down the aisles and look. That was, like, new. That was revolutionary. It's like, oh, let's simplify things. And so that's kind of the start of, like, the end of, like, Blockbuster. When did they start streaming? Because that was definitely not right away.
I don't even know.
Netflix began streaming in 2007. So I didn't even realize this. I guess, like, Netflix and the DVD shipping service, it was like 1998. It was a while ago. Netflix has been shipping DVDs for 25 years. Very few people still had that. I remember when I signed up for Netflix, I signed up for it, while they still had, the shipping. Well, they still had the shipping. So I signed up for it when they started the streaming, actually. So that is when I signed up for Netflix. And it would be two separate plans, though. So you would have the streaming plan, and then you can have the DVD plan. You can have both if you want. But I guess because people are pretty much just doing the streaming, there's only a few customers left with the DVD service, right? So they're just going to phase that out. And it looks like that's going to end in September.
September 2023?
Yeah.
Are you sad?
I'm a little sad because I guess for me, the thought is like, wow, is this the end of, not the end of DVDs, because people are still buying these things. Most people are not buying them, but there are a good amount of people. Like when I go on Amazon or I go on eBay, which is originally where I would get like larger amounts of DVDs because I might buy a whole collection from somebody. Basically, on Amazon, there's like thousands of people that are still getting these DVDs. It's not like no one's getting them.
I guess maybe, yeah, there's a sense of having it in your hand and putting it in the DVD player and watching it.
I mean, it's tradition and it's also, you know how like it used to be people would have like, the whole encyclopedia in their house, right? And you can reference that and they're nice to look at. And it's just, I don't know, it makes you feel a certain type of way to have that collection. It's the same with having like a mini library in your house, right? Like a bunch of books and you're like, oh, I have that. Oh, I saw that. Oh, I read that, right? And there's the cover art on the outside. Mm-hmm. There's information that's within the physical book that you may miss or just kind of gloss over if you had just listened to it. For DVDs, it's like, yeah, there's the cover art. There's what comes with the DVD, which most people don't even think about. Because if you watch something on streaming, you're not going to see like deleted scenes. You're not going to see extra bits and of information that come with the movie. You're not going to see the alternate endings. You're not going to see the extended version. I like all of those things. So it's not just the movie, everything else that comes with owning that DVD.
Bloopers and all of that.
Right, there's just everything that comes with it. And there's even like director's commentary, there's a lot. And you kind of lose that when you no longer have physical media. The whole idea for me is like, if I really want to watch Big Love, I have it. I don't have to go online and try and find it. I don't have to see if it's still on HBO, right, streaming service. I can just watch it.
There's a unique sense of convenience in that way, if you have it. Yeah, yeah.
People are like, oh, they take up space, right? Or they like, who has those? Who has the like? I will always have a DVD player.
Yeah, a lot of things take up space. It's just what do you think is valuable enough to take up space? I guess it differs from people to people.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I remember watching MTV Cribs, and I think it was Rob Zombie, and they showed his house, and he had like this massive collection of DVDs, and they were mostly horror films. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
Do you think that they have small businesses that ship nationwide? Or is the only option Amazon?
No. So basically, those sellers are shipping through Amazon and eBay.
Oh, so they don't have their own catalog or website. Or maybe they do.
They do. They probably do too. But yeah, they definitely sell through reselling websites, like Amazon, eBay, wherever else. It's like there's just like these like small like companies that like have, even libraries will do this too, right, with their collections. Me and Chandi are both really big on coffee. She has her pour over thingy and I have an espresso machine. But I also am really, really into tea. Like, I love tea. If you are also into tea, you need to check out Sip Tea Shop. Drinking tea can be a full mind, body, and spiritual experience that surely helps me unwind after a long, stressful day. With a variety of different herbal notes and flavors, Sip Tea Shop has a tea for everyone. For instance, take my personal favorite, the Unwind, which has chamomile, lavender, and has a great aroma of fresh roses. It really helps you to relax at the end of a long day. To find out more about their great collection of teas, go to thesipteashop.com. That's thesipteashop.com. Also check out their Instagram at instagram.com/sip_teashop. That's SIP_TEASHOP. I got Rose Red. So that Stephen King miniseries, Rose Red, that came out. I was in middle school when that came out, actually.
Oh, I have never seen that, but I've heard of that.
And that's the thing. That's not going to be on a streaming service. Like, no. I doubt it. You know what I mean? So I got Rose Red because I need to see that again at some point. And that one, I was looking and looking and looking for a few years for that one because I was like, some idiot is going to have it for a really low price.
Did you find it?
Yeah. I mean, low price maybe of like over $30. Yeah. Yes, some rare DVDs can go for $100 or more. They're not in print. No one is going to, will not be any new copies of certain things. You know, you find it and you buy it.
I'll probably get the King of Queens set.
That might be nice. There you go.
Yeah, I could watch that forever.
Because my other thing is like, all right, what if my internet goes out and I can't watch anything on streaming? Then what? Then what are you going to do?
I probably wouldn't just get past the fact that my internet is out. What do I do? I wouldn't think about streaming, but...
Well, no, meaning like, you know, your internet's out. You know, if you only have streaming services, right? Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, like what are you going to watch, right? I mean, obviously there are other things you can do. You can, well, if you don't have any physical books, that's a whole nother problem for you. But like if there's, if you don't have any physical media, what do you need for entertainment, right? Especially if it's more than one day. So I'm like, well, I'll just pop in a DVD and I'll just start watching something.
Go for a walk or talk to people.
I mean, okay, I'm sorry. Yes, you can also do that. That's also an option. But if I just want to hang out by myself, you know, or me and my dog, whatever, like I'll just find something to watch.
That's an option, yeah.
But like this also brings me to another thing, which is, you know, we went from VHS to DVD to streaming. In that too, there's also like regular TV, cable TV, satellite, right? All these different ways that you can watch television and movies. But the one thing that I noticed, like once I really started watching streaming services, was that whole like ability to just like flip through channels and find something to watch. Like there's plenty of times when I've spent over an hour trying to find something to watch on Netflix or Amazon Prime and found nothing. So then I'm like, you know what? At this point, I'm tired. I'm done. I'm done looking. So then I might just put on something that I've seen a million times and then I'm still not really happy. Like when you had cable or regular TV, you'd flip through channels and try and find something to watch, right? Because there's something always on. there's minimal effort. You just flip and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll watch this. And then you might find something really, truly interesting that you never thought you'd see or you never thought you'd like.
Yeah, I guess in a way, yeah. No, that makes sense because we have so many options now. Actually, decision making takes longer.
Yeah.
When you have too many options. If you have a shelf of DVDs, you're just like, I can pull this out. I mean, versus going over hundreds, if not thousands of stuff online.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, even like Redbox. So there's still a Redbox near me. And I mean, I haven't been over there, but there are people who will go and they'll look and they'll get a DVD for that $1, right? And then they'll bring it back in a couple of days. Also, if you don't bring it back, I think after 25 days, they will charge you $25 and you keep it. It's like totally fine with me too, which is like, $1 a day. That's fine. I don't think I've ever not returned something. So I've returned every DVD to Redbox because mostly also because I like the actual cases for DVDs and to just have the disc is weird.
$1 a day keeps the sadness away.
Oh my God, I love that. I will say that. I feel like I may have said that at some point anyway, but I like that. It's interesting because I've been watching Pluto TV lately a lot. And I like it because it's just kind of like, yeah, there's streaming, right? It's a streaming service, but it's free. And there are channels that you can just flip through and watch. And I like that. I don't always want to think about it. I just want something to be on in the background. Then if I find it interesting, that's great. I'll just keep watching it. We've lost that like element, right? Because for a while there, maybe for a good amount of years, I guess we've really been the kind of society that's like, all right, I don't have time to watch things when they actually come on, so I'm going to watch them later. You might watch it when you get home from work. You might watch it on the weekend. You might wait until you have free time to watch something. And there were a bunch of shows that were on TV a few years ago that kind of got canceled because I guess to the networks, no one was watching it. But really, people were watching it on their own time because everybody's busy. And I think that's where maybe the industry was like, okay, streaming services, let's invest in that, right? People can watch things whenever they want. Yeah, that's great. But also, I want to be able to watch like actual TV sometimes. Like, I miss that. And so Pluto TV gives me the opportunity to do that. Like, I can just kind of find something. Like, yesterday I was on the train and then I saw that there was like Charmed just nonstop. And it was like season 1. And I was like, okay, Charmed is my favorite TV show ever. Big Love and Charmed are my two favorites. I'm like, all right, Charmed is on. I'm going to watch this on the train on my way home. And it's just like, it was convenient. It's like, all right, this is the only place that's going to show it like this, right? Otherwise I have to pop in a DVD, which like, I mean, that's the thing too. DVDs aren't always convenient because then you still have to like change the disc, right?
Yeah. It's like, it's so physical.
Yeah. And so like, yeah, that's a downside to it, which is I get why streaming is still obviously very useful. I'm not saying I don't like streaming. I do. It's kind of like just whatever is more convenient for you, whatever you prefer. And a lot of the things that I like to watch are older as well, especially in terms of TV shows. So they're not always going to be on streaming services.
Yeah. But I guess it's like, whatever you do, just watch movies, watch TV, because it's part of culture. Like, it really is a part of pop culture. And I don't know if you can really go without living a life without pop culture. Can you? I mean, it comes like conversations, right? Well, I mean, that's how people connect and bond.
It is. I guess like it depends. Like you've mentioned watching like Abbott Elementary. I think I've seen maybe 2 episodes of that show. And I'm like, it's okay. It's not bad. It's a decent show.
Quinta, I'm so sorry. Ignore her. We know what you're going to be doing for the rest of the day. Watching DVDs.
Yeah, I don't know what to watch.
If you ever have trouble making that decision, just kind of like, the thing is with DVDs, you can do this, right? Which is also a positive, I have to admit. You can just kind of close your eyes and pick one at random. You can't do that online.
Oh my God. Well, if you go to a Redbox, you can do that. Well, that's fucking DVDs. But like, if you go on Amazon Prime, maybe, right? Because it should, like, I mean, not to say I love the Amazon Prime Video menus because they're terrible, but like they kind of show like all of them, right? And you can kind of just scroll, just like do like a, pick one. Does Netflix not do it anymore? Where they're like, I thought they did that thing where it's like, pick something for me.
But that's different because it's not your collection, right? With DVDs, you've curated it. So you're going to want to, with Amazon or like streaming, you can't curate it unless you go to your favorites page or something.
But yeah, I guess you're right. Like that whole, like, I can just kind of close my eyes, pick one and watch it. Yeah, I can do that. Well, that's going to do it from Minisode 5. How many of you guys actually still watch DVDs, own DVDs? I'm really curious. If you have a DVD collection, reach out to us on Twitter, Instagram, and take a photo. We want to see your DVD collection. Thanks for listening. Be sure to follow on social media, Instagram, Twitter. Check us out on Good Pods, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We are wherever you listen to your podcasts. Stay sexy.
We'll see you next time.